Live stream is on. I will start the webinar now so that people can start coming in.
Great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's live event, Next Level Academy Unwrapped. I'm Sarah, Senior Product Manager for LearnWorlds, and together with our crew of experts that we'll get to know through the presentation, we learn all about the new powerful capabilities of LearnWorlds, and most importantly, how you can harness them to take on your online academy to the next level. Along with our speakers today, we also have Thalia, Nikki, and Elena, and from our support team, manning the Q&A section and the chat. So they will be looking after any question you have. Feel free to ask away. Last thing, before we get started, a recorded version of this webinar will be made available to you tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get started. First speaker of today is our Panos, co-founder and CEO of LearnWorlds. So Panos, can you draw us a picture and tell us a little bit more about the capabilities we're about to see and what they mean for the thousands of businesses that rely on us to scale?
Sure, happy to do that. First of all, welcome everyone. Lots of people still signing into the platform, so signing into the webinar. So let's also try to give them another minute so that they can start watching everything from the start. In any case, you won't miss anything. We will send you a full recording of everything that was happening here today, along with the presentation. So there's nothing that you can miss. And don't forget that you can ask your questions in the Q&A section of the Zoom. We will pick most of the questions we can, as many as possible, to answer at the end of this presentation. And also during the chat, both our team here and our amazing customer support team will be answering live on the chat as many questions as we can. Thanks, everyone. And also happy to see you introducing yourselves in the chat. I see people from all over the world. It's again super exciting to have this amazing community of users and entrepreneurs and businesses all around. I think I've seen already most continents here. Happy to see you everyone, and hope everybody's safe and sound. People still are logging in, but I think we can start. We don't want to punish those that were here that were here on time and punctual. So allow me to introduce ourselves again. And this is not only for people who know us, but it's also, I would say, kind of a reintroduction of LearnWorlds to everyone, even to our current users who think they know us already. But I have to say that after today, they will admit that they probably won't, because LearnWorlds is in constant evolution. We keep trying to reinvent ourselves and provide to you an even better product every single day. That's our motto here, becoming better every single day. So today I'm super excited with my team here that we're unveiling a new era for e-learning professionals and businesses of all sizes and all types of business models. We're very proud of where our platform is today, and we're also immensely proud and excited about where our platform is going, because this evolution means we can support your knowledge business regardless of your business model, and we can keep helping you wherever your plans are taking you. There are massive opportunities out there in e-learning, and in order to grasp these opportunities, you also need a platform with you that will not only follow what is happening today and will not only cover your needs of today, but we're trying to make sure that you remain at the bleeding edge of e-learning, that we will continue helping you be a leader in your field and in your industry. And this requires tons of research, tons of development, and this is what we're here for. For those of you who don't already know us or are new to e-learning, or perhaps just saw LearnWorlds for the first time, I'm going to give you a super brief intro. Our mission here as LearnWorlds is to support all the thousands of creators, entrepreneurs, and companies to future-proof their knowledge business. So we're trying to give you one single platform, not tons of plugins and add-ons and duct tape solutions. This is one single platform where you can find all the tools you need to successfully sell online courses, educate customers, and train your employees. So how to transform your knowledge into revenue and success for your business. So whether you're new to that, whether you're just moving your on-site business, training business to online, whether you're training your remote team, whether you're looking to monetize your knowledge and actually sell online courses, we can support you. LearnWorlds is the all-in-one knowledge business platform that helps you transform your expertise into a booming digital knowledge business. And today, it's not just about giving you the tools to share your knowledge online. We're here to give you the new things that LearnWorlds will keep helping you doing in the future. So I have to say that LearnWorlds is by far the fastest evolving e-learning platform in the market. It might sound a bit presumptuous, but I know very well what I'm talking about. We are by far the fastest to bring new capabilities to the platform, e-learning capabilities. We have, I have to say, a crazy release cycle. And today, thanks to our amazing product team and our development team, we are unveiling an unreal number of new features. This is one of our biggest releases ever. It's definitely the biggest release of the year. So, and what we're trying to do is, as I mentioned, not only to enable you to build what you have in mind today, but also to help you support your next business model and to give you more ideas and more options so that you can expand and scale your business. So we keep evolving, and we want to help you keep evolving and reinventing your business to adapt to the rapid changes out there and the opportunities that are out there, and to help you grasp these opportunities. So with our platform and with the features that we will be releasing today and talking about today, we help you scale your business, not only in spite of the uncertainty of the times that we live in, but because of this uncertainty. We want to help you transform this uncertainty into an opportunity, create best learning experience you can for your learners, and help you grow your business. So here I'm just a presenter. The important stuff starts now, the stuff that you are here to listen to. So without further ado, let's check our biggest update of the year. And actually, here is the man himself. This is George, my co-founder and the chief product owner and designer of the LearnWorlds platform. So George, over to you.
Thanks for the intro, Pano. Welcome everyone. I have to agree with you that we have released from October on so many big features with great value for our customers, from our unique mobile app builder, which today you will see that it became a lot better, to our powerful form builder that can be embedded either as a form in the site builder or as a separate learning activity inside the courses, our extensive new API with tons of calls for advanced LearnWorlds users, the new customizable user roles with 11 new roles and a lot of permission levels. And today, we are more than happy to introduce 15 more features, and all of that in less than a year. We have three principles as a team. The first one is that we want to enable our customers to think big, to have in their disposals all the tools needed to bring some amazing results in terms of branding, learning experiences, number of users, and sales. We also want our customers to be able to serve B2B models. We know that B2B is usually more efficient than B2C when we are talking about courses. And last, we are a design company in our heart. We want you to build the most beautiful products that convert and satisfy your visitor and learners. Today, we are revealing summer features that are already in your schools or will be available the next 4 to 6 weeks. It's the biggest number of releases ever, but our vision for LearnWorlds is aggressive. We are anxious also to announce the next big things that we are bringing, but it is not for today. We have too many for today. Our motto, LearnWorlds becomes better every day, continues to be the biggest impact, to have the biggest impact in our strategy. It's the day that features talk, bullshit walk, so we will demonstrate you right away 7 distinct groups of new features. We will talk about assessments with Elisa, one-to-one and group activities with Kaya, sheet manager with Angela, qualification and NPS features with Sarah, site templates, page templates, and the new parallax effects with Elisa, the new checkouts with Kalia, and 4 significant mobile updates with Joe. So let's start with our powerful new assessment engine. Elisa, would you like to take over?
Sure. Thanks, George. Hello, everyone. So like everyone said, buckle up. There's a lot of things coming up in this webinar, and I'm going to talk about the new assessments. There's two very powerful, the powerful exams, the flexible self-assessments, and we're also going to see the review center. So without wasting any more time, let me jump straight into an admin dashboard. So do let me know whether you can see my screen. So like I said, here are the exams that I just mentioned and the self-assessments. Let me just hide my controls so I can move through it. So let me jump straight into an assessment. This is the exam assessment right here. It's very powerful, very easy to use, and the structure itself is also very easy. So you'll see that it is essentially combined from a start screen. Of course, everything is customizable. Following that is the questions that you add, and you can add these from here. And towards the end, we also have an ending screen. So questions, like I said, can be added either from here or simply by clicking onto a question and then just adding the question from here. Now, there's quite a few options that you can add. Initially, we had more options, but right now it's more than 16 different types of questions that you can add. Some of these include multiple choice questions with multiple answers. We got matching questions, sorting and reordering, file submissions, and even video submissions. So your learners can even submit a short video straight from their webcam. Isn't that great? So this is the option from here. Let me close this off and show you a few more other things. Let me jump over to this next question. Now, for any question that you have, you can click into the question and you'll see that each question even provides extra setting options. So from here, you can set up the scoring and your grading, whether it's basic or advanced, the feedback, you can enable or disable that, whether you want to offer immediate feedback, and of course, tags. We love tags in LearnWorlds. So just you can tag your users based on the answers that they'll give. And as you can imagine, it's a powerful tool. You can add campaigns to that, pop-ups, and so on. So whatever you have in mind, you can do that from here. Right, so what else? Now, regarding the builder itself, if you're already a LearnWorlds user, then you're probably familiar with what this is. It's essentially another version of our site builder. So anything that you see over here is editable. Just click on it. You'll be able to edit it from here. Again, anything from here, very easy to use and very powerful. Now, besides the questions that we saw, you can also add widgets. So let me see. So from here, if you click right onto this little plus icon, you can essentially enrich your questions, the descriptions with these little widgets. So what are these? As you can see, you can add headings, main text, audios, you can add buttons, you can add videos. So tons and tons of things just to further enrich your questions from here. So what else? Now, besides that, you can, of course, go through the general settings of your exam, and you can do that from the top over here, where you can determine the grading. Let me close this off. You can determine the grading of the exam. You can set up a timer if you want to. We have more advanced settings. So, for instance, feedback, you can offer feedback. And as you can see, this is even a downloadable PDF format that they can use towards the end. We have also auto recovery. So all of these are new additions. They weren't here into the assessment. So auto recovery. So that means that if for some reason they have to leave the exam, their work, whatever they've answered so far, is going to be here when they come back. And we also have the learner tools from here, which essentially, if you have multiple questions, they have the ability to search through your questions and find the one that they were looking for. Right, so I think that this is pretty much it regarding the exam. So let me jump over to the next assessment, which is no other than the self-assessment. Now, what is the main difference here is that exams are typically just a formal exam, right? Where you have your questionnaires, you're expecting answers, grades, and so on. Well, self-assessment are more for learners to really test their own knowledge. And over here, we have two pillars. So what we did is we tried to combine both of the exam questions and the forms as well. So let me jump into one just so that I can show you, and then we'll talk about more about the question types. So right here, I'm into a a self-assessment tool. So as you can see, it's quite similar to exams. The main difference, again, is when you're trying to add a question. So let me do that from here. And this is what I've been talking about. So you got two types of questions that you can add this time, and you got exam type of questions and form type of questions. Now, what is the main difference here? In exam type of questions, we're mainly focused on giving the correct response. While on form type of questions, we are mainly focused on the information itself, right? Because they got form fields, the ones that you will set, they're completely customizable. And right here, you are focused onto the responses. Something else that differentiates the self-assessments from the exams is also the settings at the far top. So over here, we got the manual feedback. Now, in general, questions and your exam questionnaires are taken to the review center to be reviewed by the author or the instructor. Whereas self-assessments do not necessarily need to do that because, again, like we said, it's just merely a self-assessment tool. However, if you want a specific question to be transferred whatsoever into the review center so that you can offer feedback, then you can do that from here. Just simply enable this option, and that's going to go straight over into your review center. So what else? Now let me jump back and actually show you a few more other things right here. They both go for the exams and the self-assessments. As you can see, there's a blank assessment or exam that you can start from, and then you can build the questions from the add question option that we saw earlier. But besides that, you'll see that we also have pre-made templates that you can use both for exams right here and for self-assessment. So for assessments, they can review their own knowledge right here. They can upload files, there's recording of the short videos that we mentioned. They can even create diaries and even reflection units. So all of these are offered from this section right here. And that's pretty much it regarding the self-assessment. And now let's check out the review center. So let me go over here, and you can find the review center from the left over here under the report center and into the review center. Over here, you can see all the questionnaires that need to be reviewed or the ones that you have reviewed in the past. So you can see your users over here, and you can click under the manage to select and see exactly what you have. So from here, if I open that up, you'll see this questionnaire. So the user went through it. You can see all of the user's answers. So right here is the user's answer. You can provide feedback per answer. And besides that, you can also provide overall feedback for the whole questionnaire. So this was not offered earlier, but is now available, and you can find that from here. And I think that's pretty much it for me. So let me stop sharing my screen. And this time, give the floor over to my colleague, Kalia. And I think she's going to be talking about the one-on-one sessions. Am I correct?
Correct. Thank you, Elisa, of course. Hello, everyone. This is Kalia, Product Manager of the Integrations and E-commerce team here at LearnWorlds. So let me also welcome you to this live session, and let's cut straight to the chase. Now, would you like to regularly connect with your learners on a one-on-one basis? Or maybe collectively engage with groups of them and foster their learning experience through interaction. And also keep track of this communication per learner so that you can easily prepare for every upcoming session with them. Well, from today onward, you can enable your learners schedule one-on-one sessions with you according to their schedule and your availability through the brand new native integration we've built with Calendly. Let me also share my screen and jump straight to my school where I can showcase exactly how this works. Okay, I guess you most probably already see my screen. So the very first thing you need to do is go straight to the integration section of the platform, go to live sessions and click on the very last tab, Calendly. Here, all you have to do is enable this integration and connect with your Calendly account. Of course, you can enable multiple accounts if you are in the LC plan above. And once you set up the integration and everything with the setup is ready, you can go straight to the content of your courses and create one-on-one sessions as learning activities. Now, let's go see that. Under the content tabs of your course, you can add a new learning activity. You can go straight to the menu here. So apart from exams and self-assessments, we have also enhanced the live sessions here. So you may also uncover a new group of learning activities. You may see one-on-one as an option and group sessions also as an option coming up very soon, which will enable you to scale your offerings via sessions that can be scheduled from your learners. Let's go straight to the one-on-one session. Now you can, let's click Save and Edit. This way, you can open up a new learning activity by allowing your, editing the title and the description of your learning activity as you always can do. The important part here is the Calendly settings. You can select the Calendly account you wish to connect, and then we're fetching all the relevant event types connected with this with this account for you. You can select the one that you wish to make available to your learners with this learning activity, and then you can further on customize your learning activity and click on Save. Let me move this a bit here. Okay, by clicking on Save, okay, you have the new learning activity ready. Then we have, bad copy over there. Fantastic. Okay, now, with this new, by saving the learning activity and clicking on preview, you can see what your learner will be able to see. Of course, as a previewing the learning activity environment in the course player environment. So the learner can of course see the overview of your Calendly account. They can select a slot, book, confirm it, and book it. And the moment they do, of course, they can preview. They can preview the details of the already scheduled slot within the within the course player. So if the session is to be delivered online, the very same environment over here will be able to showcase a join CTA button as well for them to jump straight into the online tool of your preference from within the course player. Now let's see what you can do as an admin to manage these types of learning activities. So by going back to the course offering environment, into the learning activity, you have a new option here, attendees. By clicking on this, you can have a new section and with an overview and the status per learner for this new learning activity. Well, by clicking now on this, apart from the fact that you can see the attendance status for this learning activity, by clicking on the show details option under the actions column, you can enable a new section over here that gives you the following options. Of course, a quick overview of all the learning activities that collect user-specific feedback and information right there on the left-hand side. Here you will be able to see all assessments, forms, and surveys, and of course one-on-one sessions. In this particular example, Beth has not yet completed this very form as a learning activity. And for the one-on-one sessions, you will be able to see an overview of the one-on-one session details. Of course, type any notes that you might want to take for this learning activity and add it. And if the session is going to be delivered online, you can also join the session from within this very this CTA, and you can also mark the session as attended for your learner. This action can also take place in the previous section, in the overview page that we were seeing earlier, massively by actually selecting the users you wish to mark as attended and click on the CTA on the bottom of the page over here. Last but not least, all scheduled sessions, of course, are going to be hosted under the live session section of the platform. You can uncover them over here. They are showcased in the calendar view, of course, and you can open the very same section with the overview per learner from within the calendar. And of course, you can also find them under the upcoming and previous tabs. having the very similar options over here to start the session or to see the overview and type your notes. Last but not least, the different the upcoming sessions are also showcased in the events log within your dashboard. More or less, that's it with regards to one-on-one sessions. Of course, we don't just have great news only for coaches and this type of business segments. We have also great features for great stuff for everyone working with bigger clients as well. I think that Angela wants to share some updates with you as well. Angela, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Kaya. Hello from me as well. I'm Angela, I'm product manager in LearnWorlds as well. And I'm here to show you the bulk seat management, which is the new capability we're adding to your sales and customer toolkit. So this feature will be particularly useful, especially for organizations that are in B2B training or in customer education or in employee training. And very quickly, I will show my screen and jump to the platform to show you this new capability. So just give me a sec. Very good. So if you navigate to the marketing module, you will see that we have added a brand new section, which is called group sales, and we have added seats there. So seats is actually a feature that will be used in case that, let's say, your customers have selected some courses from you that want to train a group of learners, and they want to do it usually by themselves without the interaction of your school. So I will create a sample, let's say, offering from my customer, which is a Tesco supermarket. So I will create this offering and give it a name. I will define the number of training seats that this customer will be able to use for these courses that I will allocate. And I will also define the max number of users that will be able to be enrolled into this specific seat offering. So I will select the 3 courses that my Tesco customer has chosen. And this will be part of their training. So I will also allocate a seat manager. Seat manager is a brand new user role that we have created for you. And you can allocate actually this role to the person that will be responsible for the registrations and the enrollments of all the users that will be included in this, let's say, seat offering. This seat manager could either be someone from your team, from your school, your colleague, let's say, or collaborator, or it could also be someone on your customer side. In this case, in my case, it would be on Tesco supermarket side. And as simple as that, I will just create a brand new seat offering. So now that I have created it, I'm super ready to just create my users and register them and enroll them. And there are 2 ways to do that. But before I show you that, this is the main screen of the seat offering. And this is also the screen that the seat manager will also use. So I will use the login as a user functionality. And I will actually log into the system as if I was this Mr. Alan Bacon, the seat manager of Tesco. And this is the environment that they will see according to their permissions, the seat managers. So I only see the information for the seat management for the seat offering, that it's allocated to me, is assigned to me. And as I was saying, there are 2 ways for you to create and register and enroll users. The first one is to simply add users. You can download the Excel template that we have. It's a very simple one. It only has 2 columns with username and email. I will have a sample Excel file here. And in this way, you will add the users in this seat offering pool in order to manage them at a later stage. So as you see, I have here 0 occupied seats out of the 30 available that I had defined for this offering. And the two new users that I have registered, they are not occupying any seats and they are currently not enrolled to any course. So I can use this pool of learners, let's say, to manage them at a later stage. And the second way to add users and link them to this seat offering is to add them to a seat and at the same time enrollment. Actually, it's the same template, the same simple one with a username and email that you can use. But as soon as you select this functionality, the users that will be created, as you will see now, give me a second. As you will see now, these two new users are already occupying a seat and they are enrolled on all the available courses, which in my case are free, in the seat offering. Then you will see that my counter here has changed and now I have 2 occupied seats out of the 30 available that I have in my hands. So what I can do with these users that I have here, those that are occupying a seat and they're currently enrolled, I can very simply remove them from the seat offering. This action will remove them from the seat and will also unenrollment, unenrollment from all courses that were enrolled on. For this user, I can just simply unenroll him from a course. So you will see that this user remains on the seat, but is only enrolled on 2 courses instead of 3. And for these users, I can simply add him. This user, I can add him to a seat, and either select 1 course or I can select a few courses to enroll him on. So as you will see, this user is now occupying a seat and is enrolled on 2 courses. And pretty much that was it. Very brief presentation of what we've got for you. And of course, where there are more capabilities that I'm sure that you will love, not only for to manage your clients, but to also get to know them better. And Sarah, are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Angela. Hello again, everyone. We met before, so no need for further introductions. I want to show you now new capabilities that we have in store for you to get to know your clients better, as Angela just mentioned, but also to take the pulse on how satisfied they actually are. So to do that, we got 2 brand new tools. The first one is the Qualification Survey, which means that we can use to ask it, we can ask a couple of questions to our clients as they sign up. But also we have a new tool to measure an NPS score. For those who are not familiar with NPS scores, NPS stands for Net Promoter Score, and it is a way to measure how likely your customers are to recommend you. So let's see the demo, and we'll get into it right now. So here we are in our dashboard. We want to go straight into marketing, and then let's start with the qualification questions. So as I was saying in these questions, let me show you, first of all, how a user would see it from the preview. They would go into the school as a logged in user. They see a very short survey. And this is where we can put the questions on how to get to know them better. So for example, we can ask them how they find our academy, or what are their goals, what are their pains, if they are the decision maker of the company, or the size of their team, where are they based, depending on the kind of things that we want to know about them and that we actually need them to progress. So of course we just answer, I definitely want to become a ninja, submit, that's it. That's as easy as that. We can gather that information from the user. It's tagged, it's in our system, and we get to know our users better. Based on that, for example, we could refine our target audience for future use, for marketing channels, for the messaging that we're using, or we can even like match a good upselling offer to some of these users, and so many other things. These are just examples of things you can do. In order to create a survey like that, again, super easy. You just go in, as we said, marketing qualifications, then you edit your form. And here Well, you're familiar now with this interface. That is the same one for the forms, for the assessments, so you can go and change your design. You can, of course, change the settings for after navigation. And most importantly, and always my favorite, you can tag per question or per submission. And I cannot tell you here how many things you can do with tagging with LearnWorlds. We would need a whole new webinar for that, but it's a lot of things. So that definitely opens up new possibilities. The other thing that is important to mention is that you can pick who sees it, when they see it, and how often they see it, simply from here. And of course, we can change layout as you please. This was full screen, but you can have it as a dialogue or anything else you like. That was the first. The second things I wanted to show you, as we mentioned, it's the NPS score. So let's go straight into it from the same group of features. And here again, let me give you a preview of what the user would see. That's it. Simple question on a scale. So how likely are you to recommend this school to a friend or a colleague? Of course, that's a 10 for me. And again, it's easy as that for the customer. And here we can understand, we can take a little bit more the pulse of whether they're happy, whether there is a new opportunity for improvement. And we can create these questions really, really quickly from the edit form, pretty much like we've done for the qualifications. So let me go ahead. Here we can see, again, we can decide, who sees it, what design we want to give it to you, when they see it, how often they see it, and if it's compulsory or not to answer to these questions. And we can ask these kind of questions like throughout any point of the journey of our customers. So it's not just right here, right now, when they sign up, for example. It's something that we can do on a regular basis to keep on testing the pulse of what we're doing. Here, of course, we see the results, still staging school. And we can see the number of responses. We can see both from a general overview, a trends, how many people are answering with a happy answer or not happy answer, how many promoters we have, how many passive users we have, or how many detractors in general. And then, of course, we can see it like one by one, the responses afterwards. So we can also get in touch, for example, with those who are happy and ask them to leave a review or a testimonial, or simply, if we have a very good, score, why not we can show it off in our website as well. So that's it for me today on how we can get to know our customers a little better. And I would like to ask Elisa again to show us something pretty amazing happening on the design side of things.
Yep. Hello again. So 3 very exciting things on the design side. And this time we're going to talk about site templates. We have some news over there regarding page templates. And finally, the much anticipated parallax scrolling effect. Now, in general, our customers already know that when we talk about design, LearnWorlds is really the leader in the market, especially with our powerful site builder. Now, we have 3 great surprises today. So firstly, in the last 2 months, we have added more than 35 new site templates, and we are releasing 5 more in the next couple of weeks. All templates are professionally designed, beautiful, and effective solutions just to jumpstart your own business. So let me share my screen again to show you some of the new site templates. So just let me make sure I have the right screen on, and I'm gonna start sharing. Right, so what are these, just hide these floating effects. So what are these new site templates? So what do we mean, first of all, by site template, right? Now, it is a completely new site template that it's going to be different for each one of your pages, right? So according to your niche, you get to decide the template. So for instance, this one right here is for artists. So if you're an artist, there is a variety of site templates that you can choose from. Now, if you are in the coaching business, right, you can choose something like this. Or perhaps if you are in customer education, Or maybe if you are a nonprofit organization, then perhaps something like this could be for you. Maybe you are in fitness or even healthcare. And we also have a new category, which we didn't have, which is finance. So if you're into finance, why not select one of these site templates? I have two for this option because they're new. So I just wanted to highlight these. So these are the options for some of the site templates. We have a lot more, so you can check that out from your dashboard. And now let me go over to the second part of my presentation right now, which is no other than the page templates. So we just talked about the site templates, right? Which you can use to transform your whole site. Now we're going to talk specifically for page templates. So every time that you need to choose a new page, there were some pre-made templates, and now we've added more. So right now we are bringing again more than 50 brand new page templates. We're making it easy to create stunning pages. Right, so let me show you some of these templates, and you'll have 9 new for each one of these categories. So first of all, we got landing pages, which is not that one, is this one right here. So landing pages, new templates for that. If you're creating any new landing pages, you can use 9 different ones that we have created. This is just one to showcase that. Next up, we have about us pages. So if you want to feature one of these into your school, you can do that, and you can choose one of these templates. Then one-click sales funnels, right? We all love these. We have created templates, page templates for that as well. A contact us page, right? Very useful as well if users need to get in touch with you. Course catalog pages to showcase your products, to showcase your online, sorry, this is a contact page. Yes, apologies for that. So this is the contact page. And next up, I have the course catalog page. That's it for the pages. I don't believe I forgot anyone. And of course, just an easy way for you to pick a site template and create a page from scratch, just like that. Now, of course, these are templates, but they are customizable. So as soon as you select one, you can use our site builder to further edit that. And that was the second part. So let me move over to the next part, which is the last, but definitely not the least. And now I'm going to talk about the parallax scrolling effect. So allow me to present to you this effect in our site builder. So what is that really? So the parallax scrolling effect are changes in the position, the size, the rotation, and the visibility of a visual element while the user scrolls through the page. Right? And so let me show you exactly what you can do with that into the site builder, how it's going to look like. But before I share my screen and show you that exactly, let's go through some of the parts and why you would need that. And we're going to start scrolling so you can see that as well. As you can see, as soon as you scroll, the elements are going to move. They're going to have different visual effects, movements, fadings, things are going to come closer. But what are some things where you can use this, right? So why would you need that? That would be a great way to draw attention to specific elements onto the page, or perhaps to showcase, you know, the most important part. Or maybe increase conversion, you know, just have really animated CTAs into your page, or even showcase discount coupons if you have, or any offers. So really they can be used in so many ways. And without further ado, let me just start scrolling through the page. I'm going to do it really slowly so that you get the chance to see exactly how each element moves. And again, from the beginning over here, you can see that these kind of merge together. It could be if you combine 2 products, or really anything you like. Next up, you'll see that everything really moves. These 2 images, these 3 images come together over here. If you want to highlight the sentence, you can see that this dot really enhances over here. So again, I'm going to scroll slowly so that you can see everything that can move over here. You can have testimonials, for instance, really showcase your mobile app if you have one. So many users, as you can see, this dot right here follows you along as you scroll through it. Over here, some more enhancements, some more changes onto the text. This one is my personal favorite. I love how this one pops. It's just so beautiful. And this one, look at how great this one is. It just focuses the attention onto the caption and the text instead of the image. But still, as you can see, the image is quite visible still. So very, very extraordinary, if you ask me. Some of these are more simple. It depends on what you do with them. Here we got a discount offer, a coupon. This is how that's going to show up. Some numbers, a gallery. Look how animated this looks. Same over here. These flowers are really looking like they're booming just as we're scrolling. And yeah, so really you can do so many things. And if you're asking how you can do that, and actually let me show you this one too, because it's one of my favorites. Do you see how, so let's say that you're into the food business, right? Look how beautiful this is. As soon as you scroll, the drink, the cocktail here jumps from the image, and it looks just so pretty. And really so many things that you can do. Let me just scroll through a bit more, and I think that's the end of the page. Now, if you are asking how easy or not it is to edit that, ask no more. Let me show you onto the next screen. So right here is the authoring environment of the page that we just saw. And it's actually very, very easy to edit that. So just scroll through the page and find the element that you want to edit. Let's say that I want to edit the movement of this element, or really any element, right? So as soon as you click right there, you're going to get a menu over here to the right side, and you want to go over to the Effects tab. So from here, you get to decide the type of the scrolling effect. There's a few options: custom, fading, fading out, and so on. So with the custom options, you get to decide exactly how it's going to move horizontally, vertically, if it's going to fade, rotate, and so on. This one specifically just moves vertically, but if you were to change that, so let's say that I want this to fade in instead, you'll see that this is going to reveal some more options. So as soon as I scroll through this section, this specific image over here is going to fade out or fade in, specifically for this one. So over here, you got three main positions of the element onto the section while you scroll. So in the beginning, it starts off at the bottom. You can change that. And of course, you can change the opacity, since the filter over here is the fading option. So you can choose the opacity when it appears. Next up, for instance, have it somewhere here. And finally, once the section is barely seen, you can choose to position that at the top. And again, you can filter out the fading over here. Now, this is merely just an example for the fading one. There's a ton of options over here: fade out, scale in, scale out. So quite a few options for you to go through for each one of these. And I think that's pretty much it for me. So again, site templates for you to just personalize the whole school according to your niche, specific page templates for when you're creating new pages, and the amazing new parallax effects. I do suggest that you play around with these. There's a ton of options, a ton of things that you can do with these, and just further animate your pages. So that's it for me. And again, I'm passing the floor on to Kalia, so she's got a few more things to talk about. So Kalia, let me just stop sharing my screen.
Thank you, Elisa. Now, how about we talk a little bit about payments? I bet you're interested in removing friction and barriers to payments, and you can achieve that by introducing more payment options for your customers. Why? How? Well, the more payment methods and options you provide, the more likely it is to accommodate for your visitors' payment preferences. And of course, by spreading out payment options, you make it easier for your customers to trust you as a merchant, to purchase without using cards, avoiding all the steps like finding the wallet, typing numbers in a form, and of course to easily use them from mobile too. So to support you towards this front, for Stripe as a payment gateway, which is the most popular in our platform, we are now introducing more payment options like buy now and pay later options like Klarna and Afterpay, which is branded ClearPay as in the UK, and also digital wallets like Apple Pay and Google Pay. So let me share my screen again and show you how you can utilize these new payment options. There we go. I guess by now you should be able to see my screen. So to enable these payment options, all you have to do is to go straight to the payment gateway setup into the Stripe as a payment gateway, and then scroll down to the bottom of the page. Some of you may already notice like the improved look and feel of this section over here. So what you need to do is just push the toggles on the bottom of the page for the wallets and also for the buy now pay later options, and there you go, they're ready for your customers to utilize in the payment option. Let me show you how this would look in a payment page. Now, if you scroll down a bit to the payment method section, you will be able to see these specific payment methods appearing in this section, ready for your customers to utilize. You may notice that with Google Pay, there comes the respective specified, let's say, Google Pay pay button. Whereas with the other options, you can have your regular design of your website. You need to notice that also Apple Pay and Google Pay, they come with specific guidelines and specific conditions that come with regards to the browser that is being used. So Apple Pay appears only in Safari and when an Apple Pay wallet is connected in the browser. And of course, Google Pay appears only in Chrome and when a Google Pay wallet is connected within the browser as well. Now, as a last part, you may also notice that Google Pay came first over here as a payment method. This is by design guidelines from Google and Apple. Whenever merchants utilize this payment option, this payment option needs to appear first. And I guess that's it, more or less. Super quick, super easy, yet super important for your payment flows. Now, how about we move on with Joe and the amazing new offerings in the mobile side?
Thank you, Kala. Hey everyone, I'm Joe Milonis, LearnWorlds Product Marketing Manager for Mobile, and we're glad to have you all here today. Let's discover together what Mobile App Builder has in store for you. We bring you the tools you need to make your academy accessible from anywhere, anytime, even without data, to empower your learners, set the training routines, self-paced in their own way, to engage your audience with your product at the first touch, to gain actionable insights in real time and extend your app's capabilities to meet your business needs. Here we are with a bang, and it's time for action, so let's unwrap those features for you guys. I'm sharing my screen now, and let me talk a bit about what we see here together. Let's go straight to the integrations. We have new powerful integrations for you that are already live in your academies. You only have to create a project on Google Firebase or Facebook developer account and then connect them with your Academy's app, truly natively. You can boost your marketing effort with no tech headaches. And a bonus hint for you. We are not stopping there. Intercom is coming. Just think of a chat inside your app for a real-time interaction with your learners. And let's move on. Our new mobile dashboard analytics. It's on its way. It's coming. We are going to provide you with a quick overview of the most important metrics related to your Academy's mobile app. In the screen, you can see the overview section here that comprises the key metrics to measure your app's performance. The growth section at the left side sums up the downloads and active users over 30 days, broken down by operating system, iOS or Android. The audience section on the right shows the total number of mobile users and total downloads. In the reachability section, you can see the total number of users that they have opt-in to receive push notifications from your school's app. And underneath that, you can see a small chart showing the percentage of mobile users that they have opt-in for push notifications, but also those that actually tap and engage with them. After this overview section, you can see different graphs that you can delve into if you want more information about your app's performance, all in real time and all in one place for you. Let me move on because we have more. Learning reminders are live in your dashboards. It's your choice to enable them or not. And they are accessible via the More section of your Academy's mobile app for your learners to use them. Your learners can choose their preferred time and frequency, and the push notification will pop up to remind them that it's time to learn. Here you can see how it pops up in this preview mock-up. You can customize the message text that appears on their screen to match your brand identity and voice. And the bonus part, you can take advantage of the push notification feature to urge them to use it and increase your academy engagement and course completion rates. A student on track means success for you as well. And let me move on with the hottest one on the last part of our today's presentation. Offline video mode. It was the one that you asked the most, and we made it. Your customers can continue their training without needing an internet connection anywhere at the point of need. So let me start here. One moment. Sorry for that. Okay, so let's jump into your Academy's app to access a course detail page. From the course path, you can download each video individually, as we're doing here in this video that we have crafted for you. So if we tap on the download will start, but also there is an option to tap on the download now button. So in this way, we can view the entire catalog of downloadable content. Let's download them, and keep in mind that each video download can be paused or resumed anytime. All the list of downloaded videos grouped by course can be found in a new section that we have created that it's under of My Courses page, and we call it Downloaded Courses. Tap on a course and we'll trigger all downloaded videos from that course to be played on our brand new native offline player. So it's time to pass the floor to our co-founders, Panos and George. That's from me.
Thank you, Joe, and thanks everyone. As you may have seen, the chat is on fire. We have more than 110 questions on the Q&A, and I think a couple of hundred on the chat. Throughout all this time, I was also answering questions. I know that many will go unanswered for now, but our team will make sure to come back to you with an answer, an article, a YouTube video, anything that can help you get your answers and what you want. Obviously, as we mentioned, you will get access to the recording as soon as possible, probably by tomorrow, and so everything will be explained. Also, sharing here the results of the poll. On top, more than 1/3 of you want the assessments and self-assessments. That was the feature that most people were waiting for. Then, closely after that, with 27%, one-on-one sessions and group sessions. Then with 12%, we had people anticipating site and page templates, and then a draw of 4 different features: digital wallets and payment options, the bulk seat management, anything that has to do with mobile. People love their mobile, and 3, that was 3, not 4, with 8%. Also in the chat, we've seen a few dozens feature requests. Be certain that the team will take this into consideration. I want to assure you that every feature request you send is categorized, analyzed, bundled, and the team is always looking what else we can bring back to you. So nothing goes to waste. Not everything is possible. You've seen today there was an onslaught of new features, and in some cases, even Zoom didn't cooperate with us. For example, the amazing parallax effects that Elisa was showing were probably lost because of how Zoom is working. That's why we also sent you a few links. Over the next few days and weeks, we will make sure to send you support articles, YouTube videos. All the features will be explained. And also, Sarah, I think you can show, we have a slide where we're showing when the features will be released. Most of the features are already live on your schools, and we have as you've seen, assessments, self-assessments, review center coaching, digital wallets, and the mobile application improvements are already live, so you can check them out now. Bulk seat management coming in a few days within July, And then in August, we have the page templates, site templates, everything that has parallax effects, everything that has to do with the website builder improvements, and mobile analytics and mobile offline video. So keep an eye out for the announcements and the support articles and the details for every one of these features. As we mentioned, the recording is coming. And the final thing that I wanted to mention is that we want to make the platform as accessible as possible to as many people as possible out there. So keep an eye. Everybody that is new on LearnWorlds and is just checking it out, or perhaps started a trial or is about to start a trial, over the next few days, we will send out an offer trying to make it as easy as possible for you to onboard and check it out and start working on your projects. And even for existing customers, we will try to give you an easy path to the more premium features, an offer that will help you unlock more premium features so that you can start scaling your business, thinking more expansively and thinking more ambitiously about what you can do with the offers that we make, with the features that we make available to you today. So
just to add, I think we have to add, because a lot of people asked in the chat. Almost all of these features are available to plans. Sarah, please stay with in the previous slide. Almost all features are available to all plans, with some very small exceptions. For example, assessment, self-assessment, and the review center is available to everyone. Just the video-based questions are available only to LCs. The coaching is available to everyone, digital wallet also, and the mobile, of course, only to the ones that have already bought the mobile. The bulk sheet management is an exception here because it is available only to LCs, but also things that we are going to release in August is available also to starters and pro. So we have a little bit of a different approach here. We want in this release, we wanted to share more also to pros and starters, just to empower them to succeed. So we have some small exceptions which are demanding in terms of resources, and that's why we have left them only to LCs. So I think we have to apologize for the fast pace of this presentation. There are so many features. We need time to explain. For the following 2 months, you will see a lot of events from us, a lot of publications. So we are here to help. We are going to give you all the available, the needed information so as to exploit all these features and bring value to your schools.
We've promised some Q&A to try to answer a couple of questions live. I know that we have been over 1 hour, so we're running a bit out of time. It was impressive to me that until I think the very last feature that we were presenting, more than 90% of the people who signed up 1 hour ago were still here and were watching the presentation. So I know that it has been too many features, but probably there's huge interest out there. So we're super excited with the attendance. Sarah, are there perhaps a couple of questions that we can answer? We know we will not be able to satisfy everyone. We know that. So our team is keep working on the chat, and more answers will come by email. Let's see if we can grasp a couple of top questions now, the most upvoted ones.
Just a comment, a lot of the files that are appearing now in the chat are already in the roadmap, and they will be addressed. But let's wait and let's try to exploit what we have right now, and more will come in the next couple of months, especially in terms of things that I'm right now reading in the chat.
The chat is on fire, so definitely lots of work and analysis will have to go into that to see what is already working, what perhaps hasn't been explained and is already there, and what else we have to build for the future. I see lots of work and lots of tasks here for everyone.
Indeed. In terms of questions, I think we can go by group. Even for that. So for example, we can start from the assessments. There are lots of people asking whether students can actually see again their submitted answers, or if there's a way for them to consider them and for us to show them to them again.
Of course.
Yes. Is this for me or for Judge?
You pick.
I can answer, Lisa. The issue here is not only they can show the answers. This is the feedback section in the settings of the assessment that Elisa mentioned earlier, but they can embed the answers in the ending screen. That means that if you submit an answer, then you will immediately, you can see all the questions and answer and whether they're correct or not. If it was an exam, if it was a self-assessment, then you are just going to see your answer. So we have worked a lot on that. And yes, you can see everything, all the responses if you are a student. And you can even download a PDF with the report. Also in the feedback section, you can set up which things you want to show in the PDF, whether you want to show all the questions or you want to show only the questions that were answered wrongly or whatever. A lot of settings there to create the feedback report that you need.
Always on the assessment, we have another follow-up where they're asking about if we can implement also a rubrics, but I think that this can be implemented in the gradebook. So we have like something similar there already.
Sarah, we don't have a rubric right now. It's something that we are working and we intend to bring together with multiple variables in the next quarter. We are working on that and we will bring rubrics and also different variables so as to calculate more scores than one at the end of the assessment.
I think that we have so many questions that it's hard for me to actually go through them, and I want to make sure that I pick like the most popular ones. We have a few questions also about Zoom and Calendly and difference between the two kinds of integrations and actually what can be done with one and what can be done with the other one. Talia, do you want to take this one maybe?
Yeah, for sure. So the idea is that the way integrations are set up is very, very similar. So you can use the very similar flow while you set up Zoom and while you set up Calendly, but what the tools can offer to you differs from a very specific perspective. The Zoom and of course WebEx can introduce live sessions as learning activities, so massive meetings that can be joined by all your learners that you set up the time and date that they are going to be delivered. Whereas with the integration with Calendly, the most important difference is the fact that you enable your learners schedule the session with you based on their availability, based on their schedule, and of course your available time slots.
If I may, so now our customers can create coaching, for example, programs where they can have different sections. In one section, you can have a Zoom meeting, so as all the group to be together and discuss. In the second section, you can have one-to-one activity, so as to talk with each other between you, the instructor, and the learner separately. So you can create programs that can scale up, that can also include personal elements and also use all the other affordances that LearnWorlds offer, like the ebook, the interactive video, and so on. So you can build so rich coaching programs here to scale up your coaching business model. I think it's a tremendous opportunity, and we are already organizing events about how you can transform your coaching business through the one-to-one activity and a lot more things that we brought, like the self-assessments.
And if I may add one more point, sorry, George, because I see the follow-up comments in the chat for ways to monetize one-on-one sessions. Let me just add that practically one-on-one sessions are learning activities that can be introduced through a course that you can sell. I mean, it's easy as that. So all the business models that can be delivered, that your courses can be delivered with, they can apply to this type of learning activity as well.
Just an answer to a question that appeared right now. The user, when he has in front of him a learning activity and one-on-one learning activity, he can apply just once. So here he's, let's say, using this access right just once. so as to arrange a meeting with the coach. So not more times, just one. If you want more meetings, you need to introduce more learning activities, one-on-one activities.
To be super specific with this is a setting on Calendly. So of course you need to refine your Calendly setup. Yeah, fantastic.
We have one more question on Calendly. Well, not on Calendly necessarily, but on one-to-one or group session, which is whether we can monetize them.
Yeah, this is already covered. Yeah.
Super.
We just did.
And if back on assessments, whether we can add weighted grades.
We have already graded weights because we have the scoring thing now. In the past, our exams had just, we computed the score based on the number of right questions per total questions. Now you can use scoring, a scoring variable, which is added for each question and for each answer. So you can have, for example, in a multiple choice, if you select A, 5 points, if you select B, -1 point, and so on. So we present in the ending screen, you can select what you want to present. You can present either the score, which is based on these small numbers that you are going to add to each option, or you can just show the number of right questions. So yes, you can create weighted questions inside the questionnaire.
That's great. I don't know if we have time for more questions or...
One or two more quickly. Let's do it, because I see many people who have been very patient and trying to get questions, answers to their questions.
About templates. Is it possible to use different templates for different aspects of the business? For example, private patients, versus my courses versus hosting other instructors and so on?
Let's separate two things. We have the site templates, which have an underlying typography architecture. So you have a site template, that means you have an architecture in terms of design, colors, typography, and so on. This is global. This applies to every page that you have live in your school. However, the templates that Elisa presented, the page templates and the parallax templates or the section templates that we introduced can be used in any page. You can't have different typography in different pages. And this was done by us just to ensure consistency in terms of design.
So if you want a site with vastly different design, typography, colors, branding, and all this stuff, then it's always better, because it's probably a different business. It's probably better to launch a second online school. So talk to us. We'll try to make it easy for you to get a second or a third school. And in fact, we have many customers who are doing just that. In some cases, for a different customer or for a different country, for a different language, you just launch a new school. Now it's a bit more difficult. It will become much easier in the future, but you still can do it quite easily today.
I'm seeing a question which has been repeated many times. It's about the community. Are we working in the community, or do we want to do anything about the community? We are in that phase. We are in the phase of designing new features about community, but we think that the improvements will come at the end of Q4 or the beginning of Q1. But we work toward that goal. We know that we can bring improvements and we can improve interaction between learners inside both the courses and the whole schools.
Mm-hmm. The questions keep piling up, so more answers will have to come, and not all of them are relevant to today's features. So as you can imagine, we cannot cover here the totality of the LearnWorlds platform. So that's why we try to focus on the new things that are coming.
We are very happy, however, to see so active customers to talk and want to ask, and we are more than happy. You have to know that the product team reads and evaluate each separate feature request. When the customer support team says to you, we are going to send it to the product team, we really love your feedback. We really create these improvements based on your own feedback. So please feel free, send to the support the things that you need, and we are listening, we are actively listening, and we are reacting to what you're asking.
That's great. I think with that we can move on, unfortunately, because the time has come. I'm being conscious of time. So on behalf of the team, I'd like to thank you, first of all, for being here and for having stuck around for all this time. And Panos, George, do you want to add anything else before we close off?
For me, we are super thankful and actually humbled by your participation today, all your questions. This means that we are doing something right and that we have to keep doing more of it to bring you the platform that you deserve and the platform that you need. Keep an eye out for the recording, for the presentation that we will be sending, for all the educational material, for how you can actively take advantage of these features today and improve your online school, and also for an offer that will hopefully make it much easier for you to launch your next project, be a bit more ambitious. Summer is coming, we know, but there's so much uncertainty out there, and there has never been a better time for you to start planning about your next project, the next opportunity that you can grasp. We want to be the mission critical tool for knowledge businesses out there. We want LearnWorlds to become for you a tool that can help you scale your business, earn more revenue, and help you be successful in whatever you do. So from us, stay safe, everyone. Talk to you really soon with more features and more great content from us. Bye-bye. Stay safe.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.